Hey guys, this week's video is dedicated in memory of Masha Bas Bat Sheva. If you haven't gotten your tickets yet for Hanukkah, don't wait. It's going to be amazing. YJPRochester.com. Place is filling up. Can't wait to see you guys there. The idea of the power of doing one mitzvah is one that we talk about a lot at Chabad. The Rebbe always talked about this. Doing one mitzvah, it doesn't make a difference what you did before. It doesn't make a difference what you're going to do in an hour from now. What are you going to do in this moment? This mitzvah holds power, holds value. And it's easy to look around and say, the world is so dark, there's so much chaos, is it really going to make a difference? If I donate food to a food pantry, is that going to solve hunger? If I give money to a poor person, there's still so many poor people around. Does it really make a difference what I do when it's such a big problem? And the answer is yes. And we see this from Yaakov in this week's Torah portion, Parshat Vayishlach. Here he is approaching Esav. He's having this meeting with Esav, who epitomizes evil, who epitomizes everything bad. And Yaakov is approaching him with the mindset that in this moment, I can change him. I might not change him forever. I might not, he might still remain the same Esav. But in this encounter, I could have a positive impact on him. I could make a difference right here, right now. I want to share with you a beautiful story about this that I heard just today from a colleague. This happened in Johannesburg in 2019. There was the Levine family, and their daughter Abby was turning 8 years old, and she really loved animals. So they wanted to do it at an animal shelter, and the whole theme would be about bringing stuff to help animals and so on. But they couldn't find the animal shelter that was willing to host a kid's birthday party. They finally found a place that was far out, and there was a guy there named Jack, and he said they would make a one-time exception and they would do the party. And at the birthday party, they're talking to Jack. And he actually lives there, and obviously he loves animals too, so they're talking. And it comes out that he's Jewish too. He grew up in a place called Port Elizabeth without any Jewish upbringing whatsoever. But he was Jewish. And they had the party. 5 months later was the high holidays, after the birthday party. And the Levine family was at Chabad of Norwood. And the rabbi there challenged them and said, look, he challenged the whole congregation and said, we have 3 months till Hanukkah. I will give each and every one of you, after the high holidays, a Hanukkah kit. And I want you to find one Jew who doesn't have a menorah yet and give them this menorah kit. You have 3 months to do it. And after Yom Kippur, he gave out to the entire congregation a menorah kit. And Abby was thinking, hey, what about Jack? He probably doesn't have a menorah. And she kept bugging her mom. Now, her mom is like, oh, come on, it's so far out. He's probably not going to care. If he has no Jewish upbringing whatsoever, it's not going to make a difference to him. But she bugged so much that one Sunday they packed up the car and they drove all the way out to the animal shelter. And they presented Jack with this menorah. They told him about Hanukkah. And he was excited. He said he was going to light it. And they felt really good and they went home. A few days later, Jack was let go from the animal shelter. They had to cut their budget. And this wasn't just he lost his job. He was now homeless. He had lost his family in a tragic car accident just a few years before. And now he had nowhere to go. He had one sibling somewhere in America that he hadn't had, no contact in years. And he found out that there was a job opening at another animal shelter way across, really far away. He managed to hitchhike there. By the time he got there, it took him a few days. The job was already filled. He had nowhere to go. He ended up living in a park, and winter was approaching. And he was contemplating horrible thoughts about finishing it all. As he was going through his stuff, he found the Hanukkah kit. He found the menorah that they had given him. And he looked on the sticker that was on the box, and he realized that tonight was Hanukkah. And he decided to light the menorah. Why not? And he lit the menorah. And as he's looking at the flames, he was looking at the box. And he saw that the Levines they wrote their phone number on it. Decided to give them a call. What did he have to lose? And when Mrs. Levine picked up the phone and heard what's going on, she immediately called the Chabad rabbi. And he contacted the Chabad rabbi in that area. And he came over with warm food and they put him up in a motel. And thank God they were able to find him a job. And he was coming, he became part of the community. A while later, they were able to get him a visa to the United States where he could be reunited with his sister. All of this happened because of that one menorah. Because of giving that one person that menorah. My friends, I want to challenge you the same thing. We have lots of menorahs to give out. But I want you guys to be the ambassadors of light. I want you to think of someone that could use the menorah, that wouldn't light otherwise. And please reach out to me because we are more than happy to supply you with all your Hanukkah needs. Think about somebody and let us know. Shabbat Shalom.